guys, here's an update on what went on at the Maya versus John Hopkins trial. Now, if the defense was trying to build their credibility, it did not work. It just went completely down the drain today. Now, they had brought in a witness named Dr. Elvish Mendez, and he was a physician in autoimmune disorder and allergies. Now, he knew nothing about CRPS, and he had already said that, Maya suffers from asthma and allergies. Thank you. We knew that. Thank you. Now, it was just like I don't know why they brought this guy in. If they were trying to discredit themselves, they really did a good job with this witness, because I felt like his testimony didn't even belong in this courtroom. And he even said later on, when Mr. Anderson, who is Maya's lawyer, was telling him, he's like, now, in your paperwork, you said something about CRPS. Now, what was that? And he's like, well, I think I may have discredited what she really had. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what everybody needed to hear. Thank you for saying that. Because, again, they think that Maya was, faking this whole thing. Now, the next witness that they brought in was Dr. Jennifer Margaret Katestein, and she is a PhD in pediatric nursing and neuropsychologist. Now, she is not a medical expert. She does work in pain expert. Now, she will go to patients and rate their pain and see how much medication they need to take care of that pain. Now, she doesn't know a whole lot about CRPS. She hasn't really ever worked with anybody of that syndrome. And again, it was just a lot of discredit, because a lot of these people didn't even know what was CPRS entailed. Now, because of that, she said that she had only spent a few times with Maya, and a couple of hours, maybe once a week or two. And that's not very long to get to know somebody. Now, Mr. Shapiro, who was the defense for John Hopkins, made a big error today, which could have caused a mistrial, but didn't. He had asked Ms. Katestein during his questioning of her, did Maya ever tell her of any kind of mistreatment at JHATCH? And of course, Ms. Katestein said yes. Well, that was not a very good move on his part, because then that opened up a proffer for the plaintiff to ask Ms. Katestein about the essay allegations that Maya had brought up. Now, this happened when she was within about 9 or 10 days of her being at the hospital, that some doctor came into her room, and what he was doing made her feel really uncomfortable, and that she said it was an essay, but this is, again, there were no thoughts of unaliving herself, if that's what you want to call it. Now, when Jennifer had taken down this note, she had wrote the word previously. Now, they had asked her, what does previously mean to you? And she's like, well, I just felt like it was at a different, hospital, because she said the word previously. And I'm like, did you ask her about what she meant by the word previously? Did a follow-up on why she said the word previously? That could have been previously the next day, or that could have been previously, that last hour. And she kept saying, I was just writing down what the child said. And I'm like, and you didn't follow up on anything or tell anybody this is going on at John Hopkins Hospital, and now you have a pedophile and a sicko running around the hospital doing God knows what to children, and because of your negligence, other children are probably getting essayed as well. Now, you tell me, was that the right thing for you to do? No. So she was obligated to tell about that kind of abuse, and she didn't say anything to anybody. So, I just think that was wrong. But because this is so late into the trial, the judge said he cannot allow this evidence in again, because the jury has already been instructed on what this case is about, and if they were to bring this in, he doesn't know which juror would stay and who would go, and this would have to be started all over again. And I know he didn't want that. I don't think the Kowalskis wanted that. So there's not going to be a mistrial, which I think sometimes is what the defense wants, because they're losing their credibility and losing this case. So I don't think that's going to happen. But that is what happened in court today. So yeah, it was just, again, crazy. Now, another witness that the defense brought in was Dr. Richard Elliott. Now, he's a pediatrician at the hospital, and he didn't have any expertise in CPRS and didn't know any of the stuff about ketamine, and it was just crazy. Like I said, none of these witnesses had any credibility, and why they were testifying in this trial is beyond me. So, and Mr. Anderson really, tore into these witnesses today, and the jury just, tore into them too. They asked the best questions. They were listening. They were really focusing on what they wanted their questions to be about. And like I said, they were on point today. Now, they also did also watched a depo on Dr. Elizabeth Walford, who's an MD in pediatric surgeons. Now, she actually met with Maya, and she could see that Maya had RSD, which is another word for CRPS, which is what they call it. Now, most doctors will call it, reflex syndrome dystrophy. So that is what this woman said that Maya had. Now, again, defense was losing badly, and so they watched probably about 10-15 minutes of this depo, and then the trial was done. Now, like I said, no credibility whatsoever. The plaintiff got gold today, and so tomorrow it resumes. And now, when the jury left for the day, the defense wanted to bring in this report that somebody had written that Jack Kowalski has said that Beata had given Maya ketamine IV treatments. Well, Maya and Jack had said no, she gave the ketamine treatments orally because that's how they were supposed to take it. Now, the plaintiff was like, these pharmacies and the pharmacist will tell you, and plus the name of the medicine that she was taking was IV ketamine, which was taken orally, not through an IV. So the defense is getting mixed up with their information, and they pretty much prove that. So the judge is like, okay, this isn't going in, and I've already ruled on it, so let's move on. And then they brought in a couple more things. Some of the things came in and some things didn't, and there's still some DV that he has to decide on, which he's going to announce, I think, tomorrow, I believe. I don't know yet. Now, there's still more witnesses that need to come in for the next couple of days, and everybody should, the defense should rest probably next week, because by November 7th, the judge wants the jury to deliberate, and we should be done within the second week of April. Everything should be said and done. So it's going by pretty fast, even though it seems like it's moving slow. It is going by pretty fast. Now, hope everybody has had a good start to the week so far. I will be live tomorrow from 8 to 10, so if you want to drop by and listen to my true crime stories, you're more than welcome. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye. I think I should do this look. I kind of like the bow. No. Bye.